Hello, friends. I know, you're probably getting tired of it, but I need to do an addendum on the Michelle Shock thing because there were a couple of things I meant to get to that I didn't address in the last one. So, the first thing I like to do is explain what I was going to speculate about, but I never finished that thought. So, reading her allegations, her complaint, it it obviously makes you think like, how could you possibly think she's gonna win this, right? Because there's nothing to it whatsoever, and everything she says is basically totally wrong or a lie or whatever you want to call it. Well, here's the speculation part. So this waiver that she sent me, asking me to waive my right to be served papers, it included language that said if you do waive this right, then you have the opportunity to opt out of this case, and if you do, then the case will be dismissed without prejudice. So, the only way absolutely groundless tomfoolery like her legal brief theater can't possibly win in any case, right? But she's very litigious, obviously. So, you know, she must not. But you'd think, like, well, if she's making cases like that, she can't possibly be winning any of them. Well, here's what I'm speculating might be happening. I don't know if the mechanics of that waiver work this way, but I'm speculating they might. Somebody signs that waiver, they opt out, the case gets dismissed without prejudice. She refiles the case because they signed a waiver. They don't get notified of it, and they don't show up in court, and she receives a summary judgment from the court because no matter how bad your case is, if the respondent doesn't show up, the court's got no choice but to give you a summary judgment. It's just speculation, but I suspect that's what she does. And the question then is, now that she knows that that's not going to work on me, does she believe that because, if I'm right about the summary judgment things, does she believe that because she's won those summary judgments, that she's going to actually win against me? And is she actually going to serve me? Or that's an interesting question, right? Because if you saw the last video, you could see that the case she made against me is absolutely, it's not, to say it's grasping at straws would be to afford it way too much credit. She's basically trying to say that I knew the Internet Archive was a illegal file sharing pirate website, that I have a channel on there in which I have subscribers, and I'm trying to make money by exploiting her copyright. Of course, she has no idea how the Internet Archive works, right? But okay, so that was the first thing. Is this what I suspect is a skeevy approach to getting a summary judgment, but I don't know that for sure. Again, it's speculation. Now, so after I made the last video, I sent her an email with a link to the video and a few little remarks, insulted her intelligence and stuff a little bit. I'm not going to bother repeating those because why bother? So she replied with a picture of my house. She apparently still thinks that she can scare or intimidate me by either knowing where I live, presumably because she's going to serve me papers. Okay, so what this conveys to me is she's definitely not watching videos that I'm making about her. If she were watching them, then she at this point would surely know that I want her to serve me. And this is the last thing I'm going to add to this. And the reason I want her to serve me, and I bet she's not going to watch this video, so I'm not going to worry about the fact that she's getting a heads up on my legal strategy. But if she serves me, she's definitely going to lose. But the thing is, we're definitely going to fly to New York and go to the court and appear in person. We're not going to try to do any kind of remote dealings. And because I'm going to win and the judges are going to be appalled by the fact that she followed through on this nonsense, she's going to have to pay all my legal fees. Which means Michelle Shocked, if she serves me, is going to buy me and Rachel a free trip to New York. So, go ahead and serve me. I hope she does, I hope she's not. I don't think she's smart enough to actually watch these videos, because if she were smart enough, she'd watch them to see if there were any evidence in them that she could use against me. There isn't, of course, because she has no legitimate case. But she'd also realize that I'm definitely not scared of her serving me. And sending me a picture of my house makes me excited, not upset. I was like, maybe she really is going to serve me. If she does, then my only explanation for that is she's won a lot of summary judgments and has mistaken her success for competency. That's my only guess. Because if she's even a little bit smart, she's bluffing right now and realizes that I'm going to tear her to pieces in New York. Just absolutely shred her. With all the statements she made that are counterfactual, the deposition is going to be an absolute delight. In contrast, I haven't said anything counterfactual. So, but because she's mistaken her effectiveness heretofore, presumably for competency, again, speculation, I don't think she's going to watch any of this. She doesn't think that actually being good at the law matters, apparently. She'll find out differently in New York, that's for sure. I might even hire a lawyer just to have more costs for her to have to pay. At least he could, a lawyer would be able to handle the sort of bureaucratic aspects of the courts, the paperwork filing, stuff like that. I could delegate that to him. I'd write the briefs, of course. I need to find a lawyer who doesn't have his ego too much involved, because every lawyer is gonna be like, why is this guy who's not a lawyer outlawying the fuck out of me? Well, because I'm Eric, so lawyers are terrified of me. But it's nice to have one if you have tasks, and there's a lot of TE shit in the courts. You don't want to miss a paperwork filing date or deadline or something like that, and make sure it's filed in the right way, that kind of stuff. So Michelle Shocked, I'm sure, is good at that. She seems to be a TE person. But if she serves me, she's going to actually have to come up against me in court. So, after calling me chicken shit and all that stuff, and calling me a coward, not wanting to go to court with her, even though I kept saying I do want to go to court, she better serve me. Or else I'm going to have to make a video just saying, not only is she awful, she's a complete hypocritical liar, too. So hopefully she does serve me.